Before we begin, like this video if you believe one small act of kindness can change a life. Comment, would you help a stranger's child, even if no one noticed? Subscribe for stories that remind us what it means to be human. She was known across Cape Town as Layla Bankhole, a black billionaire mogul with oil in her blood and steel in her spine. Single, feared, untouchable, her 10-year-old daughter, Ember, was different. Born with cerebral palsy, Ember used a walker and rarely spoke. Layla, though rich in wealth, was bankrupt in warmth. She hired therapists, nurses, private tutors, but what Ember really needed was something no money could buy. Joyed out on a quiet Sunday morning, Layla took Ember to a rustic seaside diner called the Driftwood Table, a place she'd normally never be caught dead in. But her driver had broken down, and Ember was hungry. They sat silently in a booth, the tension between them thicker than the sea air. Then came Liam, a 24-year-old white waiter, part-time music student, and barely surviving off tips that he didn't just take orders. He noticed the little girl staring at the jazz band outside the window. Her fingers tapped, just once that as soft piano music played. Liam approached and asked Ember gently, "Would you like to lead a dance?" Layla almost protested. Almost. But Ember surprised them both. She nodded. Liam didn't take her hand. He offered his shoulder, and Ember, clinging to her walker, began to sway. Slowly, clumsily, but she was leading, and for the first time in years. She smiled. Layla stared. Frozen, not from pride, but shame. How could a stranger give her daughter something she never could? She left without saying a word. But she left a $10,000 tip. The next morning, Liam was fired. The diner's owner accused him of scamming a vulnerable child's mother. The money was reported. Frozen. Investigated.it became a tabloid mess. WaiterCon's billionaire heiress. Dancing deception scandal. Liam's name was ruined. Until Layla stepped in. A week later, she stood before cameras and said, "I watched a poor man do what wealth could not. He reminded my daughter she could lead." She publicly cleared Liam, hired him as Ember's music therapist, and funded his dream of opening a music academy for disabled children. But that wasn't the end. 3 months later, Layla learned something that would shake her even deeper. Liam's mother, once a young white housekeeper in Lagos, fired by Layla's father for dancing in the servant quarters. Liam never knew. But Layla remembered. The child of the girl her family cast out had given her child a gift that money never could. Like this video if you believe dignity comes in every color and paycheck. Comment, would you forgive a past your family tried to bury? Subscribe for more stories where humanity wins over hierarchy. Share this with someone who needs a reminder. Kindness doesn't come from class.